Like the video in 5 seconds or this fucking spider gonna crawl down your throat, nigga. While you sleeping, my nigga. The fuck? If you don't like my videos, fuck you.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing today, man? Today a nice ass day, boy. But anyway, let's get into the video, bro. We got a Draymond Green build today, man. Looky here. All right, so let's go over to the war, man. What a war. All right, there go the Warriors. All right, we going to Draymond Green. He's a very makeable player, very makeable, and I like those type of builds because we can easily get them out the way. So he got a 70 driving layup. He has like a 55 standing dunk, 65 driving. For this build, we're gonna focus on the driving because you can get driving contact dunks on this build at a 99. So we definitely gonna focus on driving. We're not about to really focus on what, like, trying to make it like him, as in like giving yourself a standing dunk and all that stuff. Like, it don't really matter. All of his stats are pretty low, so it should be kind of easy to make a Draymond build. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be real easy to make a Draymond build. You should not have any issues. You could kind of make it however you want and it'll still come out pretty decent, because Draymond is like, I don't know, man. He's not like the best player, but he can impact the game, if that makes sense. And you'll be that type of player, but you will be able to hit a little better depending on how you make the build, because I got two different setups for the build itself, and it really depends on how you decide to make the build, because you could also choose to give yourself a longer wingspan or a shorter wingspan, depending on if you want to be able to shoot threes better or not. I would recommend doing a little bit of a shorter wingspan so that you could be able to shoot a little more efficiently. But if you don't want to shoot more efficiently and you don't really care, you could definitely go with the longer wingspan. I wouldn't do it. That's just me, because I've been getting grabbing every board with minimum wingspan. So for me, the wingspan don't matter, but for a lot of people, wingspan might matter. So you see the badges that he have. You see his badges are very doable. But anyway, let's get into the build. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a power forward. We're gonna make ourselves right-handed, and we're gonna go down to number 23 because that is Draymond's number. That is LeBron's number as well. So let's go to the actual, what is it? What pie chart? Is the playmaking and defense pie chart. Make sure that you go with playmaking and defense. Draymond only has one finishing badge, so therefore we don't really care about getting finishing badges. For the physicals, we're going to go with the one that's balanced everything, because you'll get pretty much exactly the same stats as Draymond physical-wise, and you'll have Draymond's strength as well. With the layup, you want to put that to a 67, because when you lower your height, it gets you to a 70 layup, so you'll have the long athlete. You want to max out the dunk, though. Definitely max that out. Don't touch anything else in finishing, though. That's the only thing we're going to touch in finishing. So with shooting, you want to max out everything and then do 71 on the post fade instead of doing 72, so that you could just keep that extra badge in your bag, you know what I'm saying? But you want to go max pass accuracy and max ball handling, and you choose what you want to do with the post moves. You can actually put it up to like where you have 16 if you want 15 badge. It really depends on what you want as a player, like how many playmaker badges you think that you need. Because at the end of the day, you'll have more badges than what Draymond has, like on every stat, like except for finishing. Finishing will be pretty much the same, but everything else will be higher than Draymond's in a way. All right, so with the lateral quickness, you want to max those. Do not touch steal. You actually do not need to touch steal. Steal is something that you don't really have to have. I made this build with no steal, and I get steals all the time. You don't have to have that, but make sure that you put on pickpocket at least bronze so that you'll get better animations when you reach. This is what it's gonna look like. We're at 19 defensive badges. You can take off the offensive rebound and put it on the steal if you want to, but you'll only get 18 defensive and rebounded badges, and I would recommend that you have that offensive rebound, even though Draymond doesn't have it. Draymond only has like a 35 offensive rebound, so I would still do it this way just so that you could grab offensive rebounds a little better than Draymond, well, a lot better than Draymond. But the steal, to me, it doesn't matter as much. You can still get rips regardless. And you could take a couple off of lateral quickness instead of having it max, and then you can get yourself 16 playmaking badges. So this is exactly how I went with it, and I believe this is probably the best setup for a Draymond build. You could go less shooting badges if you really wanted to and put more in the defense, but I wouldn't really recommend doing that just for the fact that you only get 10. With the height, you want to go down to 6'7", and you also want to, like, you see those stats, man. Those stats are really nice. You got a really good drive and dunk and everything, so you'll be able to get contact dunks. You will not get them that frequently just for the fact that you only got contact finisher bronze, but you'll have them. At least you'll have the animations. We went burly because Draymond is definitely burly, and we went max weight. As you see, the stats still look pretty good. You'll still have like a 90 speed when you max the player out, so that's actually really good. And with the wingspan, I would go 81.9 because 81.9 give you the 66 3, and you can get that to a 70. I wouldn't really go minimum because there's almost no point, but I would definitely go that wingspan so that you can get the 73 ball when you get to a 99. But you can max it out, but you see how big of a hit you take. But you do get like an 86 block, so you'll be able to get a 90 block at a 99. I don't need that. I don't really care about that as much. You can go rim protecting takeover because prime Draymond has rim protecting takeover. But the Draymond that I was playing with and current Draymond, he has playmaking takeover. And I feel like that is a superior takeover, especially for if you're going to be guarding the perimeter and not really in the paint as much. You're not going to be in the paint a lot on a 6'7" player unless you're playing a 3 in the park. So I would recommend going playmaking takeover. And then even if you're playing a 3 at the park, when you get playmaking takeover, no big man can keep up with you. And you'll be able to easily get past anybody. And there you go. That's a two-way playmaker, the Draymond build. Now let's get into the badges so I can show you what badges I would recommend that you guys put on, okay? So, all right. With the badges, the finishing badge, since we only get one finishing badge, I would definitely put that on contact finisher. Even I know that the video is behind, but I'll put that on contact finisher. I feel like it's no other badge there that you really need, especially for the fact that you will have contact dunks. So I feel like the best way that you could potentially get them is by having contact finisher or slithery finisher on bronze. With the shooting badges, we definitely want quick draw and range extender on gold, and then we want hot zone hunter. I usually use hot zone hunter silver, hot zone hunter gold, and volume shooter bronze. That's what I was using on my playmaking glass cleaner, and it was amazing. I'm telling you, man, it was crazy. But you actually don't, if you don't have hot zones, I would take that off, put on catch and shoot bronze and corner specialist silver, or you could do corner specialist bronze and catch and shoot silver, or you could even switch it up and put bronze catch and shoot, bronze corner specialist, and bronze green machine. So regardless of how you do it, you could have a decent setup with 10 badges. You don't really need more than 10 to be able to hit effectively, and I wouldn't say like efficiently because you're not going to be super efficient, but it will be effective. They can't just leave you open, if that makes sense. So we're gonna do handles for days bronze, because you shouldn't be dribbling a lot with this build, especially in a team format, because you will have a guard most likely anyway. With Dimer, Draymond has it bronze. I remember he used to have it silver on like the other 2Ks and stuff, so I put it on silver. But we're definitely setting this up so you won't get ripped. You can do bailout passes. Tight handles is a pretty decent badge on bronze as well. You need to have quick first step on Hall of Fame. I would not take that off of Hall of Fame. I don't care what the fuck is going on. That badge is staying on. We could do Dimer, Hall of Fame, and you could also take off tight handles and put floor general Hall of Fame if you want to be more of a facilitator and more of a team player like Draymond. So that was the playmaking badges. And for the defensive badges, we're gonna do box either on silver or bronze. I use it on bronze. I never have it higher than bronze, and I grab a lot of rebounds in the park. I don't have an issue with that, but I do recommend Rebound Chaser. Rebound Chaser Hall of Fame is a must-have badge, even though a lot of people say that you don't need it if you're faster and you can get to the ball. It doesn't just do that. I'm telling you, it like magnetizes you to the freaking basketball. Like, it's insane. Like, I will literally be out on the 3 and I'll jump in and just snatch it over people. Like, that's how crazy that badge is. But rim protector on bronze, chasing artist bronze, clamps probably silver or bronze depending on what you want. Clamps is a really good badge, but I noticed that you don't really need it that high to be effective. Intimidator, of course, is going to be on Hall of Fame. You can be a team player like Draymond, have that defensive leader on Hall of Fame, because Draymond has it on Hall of Fame, I believe, on his in the all-time rosters. Pickpocket definitely is a must, bronze. Tireless defender, you need that. You don't really need interceptor. You can do what you want with that. Brick wall is definitely one of the must-have badges, especially if you're a screen setter in the park. You want to set screens, probably get open and stuff, get the ball and stuff a little more frequently without you having a ball handle, and you could like set effective screens and roll to the basket or set a pick and pop. And you could switch out one of the badges for pick and pop. I really wouldn't use pick and popper though. It doesn't work that good. It's like sometimes the pick don't register and then it don't activate, and then you just sit there and look salty. But anyway, man, that's it for the video today, man. I really hope you guys enjoy the content that we throwing out. Yeah, man, make sure that y'all comment, rate, subscribe. We almost to 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.